I want you to protect yourself at all times. Obey my commands at all times. Fight hard, but fight clean. If you want to touch gloves, touch them now. Good luck.
Champion against champion. Here we go.
Does this mic work? Well then, fuck that mic.
Hello and welcome to the First Strike Podcast, episode 31. I am your host, Christian.
I'm Jesse.
And I'm Chris.
And I messed up the first time on the introduction.
You
I'm not
forgot
gonna
to
lie.
introduce Lou, yeah.
Well, Lou's all the way. For this one, he's all the way in the
Lou's
back.
like, what the fuck? I don't get any
What's up?
I mean, they'll hear his comments here and there. They'll be like, who's that guy?
Yeah.
But I screwed up the first time, so I'm trying to do a proper introduction now. So with all that being said, this is the First Strike Podcast. We talk MMA, and we're going to talk some MMA and boxing today. We missed
As
that.
always, yeah.
We missed that Canelo Triple G fight.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not like missed it watching it, but we missed talking about
I
it.
know, we missed the pre-fight analysis.
Did you?
Yeah, we did
Yeah,
as well.
yeah.
It's honestly just the schedule.
That's the struggle with school. You guys have school again.
School,
I'm
work.
graduated, but I'm filled with work, I guess.
Yeah, it's just tough. We're always free at the nighttime, but you might have to work in the morning.
Mhm,
And
it's unfortunate.
it gets hectic, but we managed to work through it, and we're here today. We're going to talk the Canelo Triple G fight, UFC 215. I'm sorry, Christian, you didn't get to see Ray Borg.
Fucking Borg. I get to see him in October. It's okay.
I got sick.
And now, how disappointed were you when you got that notification?
Oh my goodness, I think it was right after the podcast, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You texted me like
I
an hour after.
I said to Lou, I was just like, I got a notification. Ray Borg gets pulled from car, and Lou was like, "Are you serious?" I was like, "No." And I was just, as soon as I saw that, I was like, "Wow, I
know, right?
called the fucking future."
Seriously, like,
Shit, I knew before
What a
anyone.
waste.
I was so disappointed, but oh well. At least they rescheduled it. to
I
October.
know you're such a big fan.
I mean,
Christian.
you I wasted all that
Excitement.
all that excitement for nothing. An hour later, he goes ahead and lets me down. Seriously, I was
Well,
disappointed.
If you guys missed the last podcast, Christian was a genuine excitement.
I had absolutely. I was excited more than I never wanted to see TJ versus DJ. I never wanted to see Dominic versus DJ.
Why would
I
you want to?
only wanted to see Ray Borg versus TJ because guess what? Ray Borg is number 5 or 6.
Number 4.
Nah, he's,
Oh,
Nah,
they
he's number three.
they conveniently bump him up
Yeah.
whenever he's there's a title shot in room. But yeah, I mean he's top 3, so you've got to have him. What? How many fights he has?
I don't know.
like 15.
Come on.
What is his nickname? I forgot. I said it last podcast. The Taz Mexican.
Devil.
Yes, Taz
Devil.
Mexican Devil.
Oh man,
I'm
like
so excited.
He definitely doesn't live
Honestly,
up to that
I've heard of Ray. I just learned of him maybe the last 3 months, but
Yeah.
I'm his biggest fan.
I didn't know he
can you name a Ray Borg fight? Like or 2, 3?
I can name them all.
I didn't know he trained at Jackson's.
Yeah,
I did not know that.
yeah. I just learned that from the promo package.
Yeah.
All right. So as I look up this card, UFC 215, this was fight night worthy after this fight got taken out.
Mm-hmm. A lot of people actually I read on the comments on the internet were like, "Is it free now? Is it gonna be free now?" It didn't go.
I'm gonna be honest with you, and it's kind of going into what I'm gonna say come the main event, foreshadowing that. I fell asleep during the main event.
Oh,
the main
Nunez.
Yeah,
Exactly.
we were all falling asleep.
Dude, that was the
I think
female
we-
version of Tyron Woodley versus
It's
Stephen
Stephen
I
Thompson.
think you started playing Xbox.
You get 2 high-class fighters, and at times they're too tentative to strike. They're too tentative to do anything.
They were too technical.
That's why I like Conor McGregor so much. Because he don't give a fuck if he gets knocked out. He's going into the fight. And unfortunately, those two were going in there to win by points. And it was a snooze fest, man.
Did you have Nunez winning the fight though, or Shevchenko won?
Dude,
clocked
some
out.
rounds I wasn't there.
Yeah.
Not sleeping, but I just
No.
had better things to do.
I was literally not there.
I
And it sucked because I was over in Philly with my girlfriend. We bought Domino's. Like we were
Oh,
like,
she was planning for it too?
well, yeah, she
That's great.
she knew who Amanda Nunes was. She saw when Amanda Nunes kicked Ronda Rousey's ass. I was like, all right, babe, we're gonna go home. I think we saw it that day too. So it was
It's good.
It was like a big event.
is good.
We're like, all right, we're gonna go home after coming from the dope movie, order Domino's, and just watch some UFC.
How'd
And
that
then
go?
UFC was watching us.
Yeah, she fell asleep too.
No, yeah, she was out.
Oh my goodness, man. It's unfortunate with this. I mean, with any, I guess, sport, sometimes it's just terrible events. Not well, the main event was, but who's the biggest winner? I think I know who.
On the card? Cejudo and RDA both. He
Well, I
showed
think
that a little bit
Cejudo
too.
Yeah.
10 times better than
Oh,
he did
yeah.
his last fight.
So who looked like Conor McGregor was standing up?
Oh, yeah, that's
karate stance.
It was actually true that when Joe Rogan said that.
Before we get into that fight, I just want to give a quick mention of Gavin Tucker.
I know. He got his ass whooped.
Yeah, we don't
Yeah.
want to mention that one?
No, I thought we forgot about that.
That ref stopped that fight way too late.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. His whole side of his face was gushing blood.
I know, but
Such
according
a
to
sad
word,
stoppage.
the ref visited Gavin in the hospital, and Gavin is actually happy he didn't stop it, I guess.
They all are
I
going to
know.
be happy.
But then
with
in
that.
20 years when they...
Something's wrong.
When they got
those disease-
CTE.
Yes,
yeah.
yes. Then they regret it.
Something's wrong.
Do we have to talk about Sarah McMahon?
It's a shame because I thought Gavin... You've seen Gavin Tucker's last performance.
looked
He's
good.
got the qualities of like TJ. He's got the qualities of Dom and Cody. So I really thought he was
He
going to
fights
do
at
well.
135?
I think either 135 or 145 in the middle. But I'm sure 135, I'm honest.
So we usually say what's next for both fighters, both winner and loser. I mean, in this case, they're kind of both not on anybody's
They're
absolute radar yet, so
no.
it's hard to say. But is this a good look for Rick Glenn? I mean, I never heard of him.
Yeah,
Exactly, now you have.
Yeah.
Now
And
you have. I
he
mean, and it was a beating, right?
Yeah.
I didn't get to watch the fight because I was at work, but did he catch him early or something?
Yeah, I'm assuming so, yeah.
one judge gave it 30-24, the other judge 30-25.
Jeez.
So yeah,
It wasn't
a
even remarkably
beating.
close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just saw the highlights of that fight. I was actually in the movies when that was happening,
I can't. I'm not going to rewatch him. Whenever I pick people, I'm loyal. I'm a loyal bitch.
Well, I'm honestly just gonna talk about the notable fights in here. We don't gotta talk about Sarah McMahon, right? Are we good not talking about Sarah McMahon?
No, that's okay.
Did she win or lose?
Yeah, exactly. She lost.
Oh, what a
Damn.
shame. I would fuck Sarah McMahon. I'm just saying that.
Okay.
MMA
MMA
Throwing
wise.
that out there. It's been a while, but I would fuck her.
Oh.
I would.
What about the winner? No, no. All
I
right.
can't
Who's
answer.
the- who's
But
on?
Sarah,
Wait, hold on.
she's pretty masculine. I know. But watch her fight. And I think you would too. Or at least Jesse. Jesse, you got my back here or no?
I would do anything.
We don't want to know what Jesse would do. We've been down this route
Yeah,
before.
yeah,
Anyways.
Are they all human? Can we cover
Yeah.
that? Okay, good.
Oh my God. We don't,
It depends on the money.
Listen, if the money's there, I'll take it. Chewy.
Let's
Yeah.
not get this
Come
one,
here.
Mike.
No, this is
Let
this
me show
went.
you something.
This took a left turn real
It
quick.
always does. It always.
And it was funny because you said that, and
Gosh.
a dog commercial played.
I know. Well, yeah, Chewy. Oh, the kitty commercial, I think.
Oh, it was a kid? I don't know what it was. We do
Sexual innuendo for kitties.
we do have UFC playing in the background, as today is the.
40-year-old Takonomi going
I don't
fighting.
I don't care about the
The
man.
Japan card.
I don't care about the OSP fight, but
I guess I'll watch it. You know,
it's gonna be
watching it right now.
two guys punch each other and it never gets old.
Yo,
Yeah,
why does
right?
this look like Du Hoi Choi's brother?
no, that's what I thought. I saw like Do and I was like, whoa,
Dude,
dude,
He's from South Korea too.
I saw.
Don't-
These
Hong
guys
King.
have fucking terrible wins and losses, man. They choose the worst of the worst.
They just found anybody who's from
Now,
there.
what is Gomi's? Yeah, I know. And then,
He's
you-
like 35
That's probably
and
what-
11.
That's
Yeah.
probably what they did.
Yeah.
let me see. I'm shit.
I-
I know.
It's turned into
He's
a commentary.
Caleb-
Okay, that's-
oh,
that's-
He got impressive.
Well, he
record.
used to have such a good career and pride. You know?
They're talking about Takanori Gomi.
Wait,
If you guys can't hear them.
Dom and Cody knocked both of them out, right? Am I wrong?
Dom never fought him.
Oh, I thought he
That
did.
you thinking of the other guy,
Oh, the other guy they both beat.
Mizugaki.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, back to
Back to-
215.
back-
Let's get it.
Are we back to 215?
Well, if somebody gets punched, you're gonna hear us.
Yeah.
Someone's going to bed.
Oh, Jeremy Stevens is a winner. That
Yeah.
guy.
Oh, yeah, he
That
destroyed.
guy didn't look like his typical
Yeah.
self.
He looked good.
destroyed Gilbert
He
Melendez.
fought Gilbert
His leg.
Melendez, and he did a really good job
Did
against
you,
And
did you see the
his
picture
leg.
of his
No.
leg?
His leg. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Oh, Jesus.
It looked like he had a tumor in his.
Oh, man.
I was watching it happen, and I was just thinking of how bad Jeremy Stevens felt. Like he got to feel like a dick. Like he's gonna get paid to kick this guy's leg in, and why not do it?
And
And
was
win the
I
match?
didn't get to see the fight, but was it calf kicks? Was he kicking directly here in the calf?
Leg kick,
Yeah.
everything.
Jeez,
bro.
that's more of a trend
was worse
nowadays.
than
It used to
when-
be specifically quads, but now they attack.
When Edson Barbosa
His
fought
lower leg
Gilbert,
was
it was
destroyed.
worse. Jeremy Stevens was leg kicking the
I
shit out
know,
of him.
and a lot of guys from that camp with Nick Diaz, Gilbert, they all plant their feet too
Heavy,
solid.
yep.
And that's where they get their legs torn up. Connor, exploited that with Nick Diaz.
RDA with Nate. Benson Henderson with Nate.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they don't learn. They don't
What
see.
the hell?
You know,
They don't
find a
learn.
new stance that maybe you bounce around more, to check
Yeah.
kicks,
That's weird.
I think Jeremy Stevens a winner because he actually did you see what he posted
Every time he
on his did you see what he posted on his Twitter?
He said,
Now, I don't know how old that image is. Is that recent? That looks like a young... I don't know. It looks... Oh, but I guess it must be recent.
Now I saw it, but what was the photo? So you could,
he took a picture with Connor's mother, and last year Conor McGregor, who the fuck is that guy? Blah blah blah, and it was a hashtag. Your mother knows who the fuck that is, or some shit like that.
Well, I'm glad he waited till he won to post that.
Yeah,
He waited,
literally
how,
said
2
that.
years?
A year later, he posted that.
I think it's more fun.
Yeah,
I think it's just
you couldn't post that after losing a year
Oh
straight.
shit! Takeru Gomi got knocked down.
Oh no, poor Tina's retired.
Oh, he's so
He's
pissed.
40.
Yeah.
oh, wow.
Oh, that's a bad.
He got
sign.
finished.
So this is gonna be mixed with our reactions of what's happening right now on this. What fight night is this?
Japan. Just
What
called
are UFC Fight Night Japan reactions as well? We just saw a dope fight on here actually with
Saki.
Gokhan Saki.
Saki
yeah.
and Silva.
Saki and
the-
Bruno
the-
Mars.
Bruno Mars, yeah.
Come on.
He looked like...
well
You know
that's
he looks...
the Saki caught a knockout while he was about to get
clipped up.
knocked out.
Yeah, for real.
No, yeah.
Those are always fun to see.
That was fun to watch.
That was a good one.
I was on Twitter and it was saying, "Oh, round of the year in caps." I was like, "Shut the fuck up."
Seriously?
Well,
Yeah.
Why do people always love saying this is
Yeah.
the next best thing?
You know,
The round of the year, where would that go to?
Michael Johnson.
Yeah.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Easy.
they're always stuck in the
Oh,
moment.
Michael
but-
Johnson and Justin Gaethje.
He caught him with that right.
I know, you missed that
I
phenomenal
did miss that fight.
display of two people just beating the shit out of each other.
Well, you mentioned Jeremy Stevens and Conor, but realistically, what's next for Jeremy Stevens?
45, right?
Yeah, I think 45 looks good. I
He
think...
called out Jose Aldo.
No, he
did?
Jose Aldo has a match with Ricardo Lamas in December, though. So he's gonna be your
Entertaining.
yeah,
Give him BJ.
I love Ricardo Lamas.
yeah.
Can't you tell with my voice? No, but he came off a good win himself.
Who do you
Ricardo.
face?
Oh, Jason Knight.
Yeah, he finished
Yeah,
Jason,
yeah,
so I'll
yeah.
give him credit. I'm not gonna give him shit until his next performance.
Yeah. Jeremy Stevens. What could be next for Jeremy?
BJ Penn.
I would love to see the. We always bring up this way. The top 10 to find out where he would place next. But
I want to say Nico Price, but I don't even think he's not division.
Nico
no, he's
Price?
too big. He's
Was that the
155.
guy who had no reach?
Yeah.
Some man,
He's
Nico
been
Price.
winning.
Oh yeah,
like
he has
as
a
of
fight coming up too in a few weeks. That's my man right there. Jeremy Stevens. He's fought everybody.
That's a fact. I'm looking at who he fought. He fought everybody except the top at this point. I mean, he even got a... Yeah, he fought
He's
everybody.
never been in
He
the
even
top
fought the
10.
champion at Holloway. Yeah, he fought everybody. Cub Swanson.
RTA.
Unfortunately, if you
Cerrone,
could get the Korean
Pettis.
Zombie, I'd watch that.
Ooh.
If you could get the Korean Zombie,
RDA,
I
Joe
think you
Lazar.
mentioned them, too.
He beat RDA?
Yes.
Wow.
Caught him with an uppercut.
2008. Wow, this
Yeah,
guy been
that's
Yeah,
here.
different.
RDA
Yeah.
was.
RDA
This was
different then.
almost 10 years ago.
Yeah.
This
RDA
was
went-
on the Couture Lesnar card.
RDA was like a middle of the road fighter then, right?
Yeah, he wasn't that
And
good.
this guy was on UFC 71, Liddell vs. Jackson.
Jeez, he's been in that league for a minute.
Yes, he has.
He's one of the most improved fighters ever, RDA.
Yeah.
Because at one point he was just specifically grappling, and then he started tearing motherfuckers up with Muay Thai.
And he's arguably the greatest lightweight ever.
Well,
No.
you guys did a phenomenal.
You don't
No,
think
I
so?
mean, I'd have to think about it
Oh,
before I
okay.
throw it.
I
I
think
hate
he's up
that's
there.
that Joe Rogan shit.
No, I
You
think
know?
he's up there though.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, you guys transitioned
Better than
perfect.
DJ.
You guys transitioned perfectly to
Oh, did
RDA.
he? Was it intentional?
I don't know, but
I'm just-
but Neil Magny he faced and he looked pretty impressive there.
he
yeah,
finished
one
him.
leg kick immediately dropped him.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
I
the
was
three went down.
disappointed with
I
no.
think somebody had Neil Magny in this fight. You?
Me.
Yeah.
Well, you're always wrong. To be fair.
Yeah.
It's funny though because some of the best analysts are, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
And then you've got people like you who just shout, that guy is.
Yeah, I shoot in the dark.
I wonder the listeners are gonna be like, wasn't Lou just laughing at it?
Alright, yeah. So
Technical
difficulties. But besides that, I shoot in the dark all the time, and somehow it lands.
Yeah.
Like I had Ray Borg. I was going for it.
Well, we'll see. We'll see October 7th.
I think we all had Ray Borg for
But
some reason.
October 7th.
But the
I can't fucking wait, man.
But the RDA and Dos Anjos, or the RDA and Dos Anjos, sorry.
Wrong one.
RDA and Neil Magny fight.
Very good fight. RDA looked great.
Just
First submission since 2012. Neil Magny got hit with one leg kick, and he fought on his back for the rest of the fight. RDA, better experienced black belt than Neil Magny.
Of course.
And just wrapped him up like a dog.
These guys black belt. You know, everyone has it black belt.
Happy Meal toy.
No. It's more of who's got like the best MMA grappling. He's a good one. I mean, we've seen him shut down Anthony Pettis. He didn't necessarily do well against Habib, but not many people do.
Yeah.
So that'd be a good win for him.
So this is a new division for RDA. So what do we see next for him?
We definitely see Robbie Lawler a title. I think that's what the UFC would
I
like to
think
go.
I'll take a title fight.
I
wanna see
would
him-
love
I
to
wanna
see
see-
him
But
fight Robbie.
I'm worried to see him fight Tyrant.
Tyrant,
Tyrant is
But-
like heavyweight.
Tyron's gonna be out
for like 7 months.
yeah. For
Why?
His rotator cuff is torn.
Good.
I don't think
Alright.
I don't think he's
Hope
trying.
he missed.
He's avoiding surgery though.
So they can have an interim title shot. I know that.
Yeah.
I know they probably will. Go
Oh,
with
they can
that.
do a raw interim, yeah.
Yeah, that's.
I know they will because you know the
Woodley won't
UFC
like
loves
that.
handling.
They love their
interim belts.
interims.
They said, "Listen, you can hold this belt. It's not really a belt, but fuck it, right? I mean,
It's a
It's
belt
something.
fight.
anybody you can sell it later."
It's kind of a belt. I don't know.
Honestly, if we're being honest, how much is that UFC title worth? If you were to buy one.
It's
Yeah, right.
$400 on UFC.
$400?
Yeah.
You can
What?
buy a belt.
So
Yeah.
I know
A replica.
in WWE
Jesse,
they
why
got
don't you have
replicas
one?
as well. But is that really the same exact
No.
one?
No.
It's a
Because
replica, he said.
Yeah,
I'm
it's just a
assuming theirs would be close to G. I would hope.
Probably.
Cause I've been to WWE events with the and I seen replica belts and they're the same size, same everything. They're heavy.
The replica belts are heavy.
Yes.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I think
They're-
the UFC belt is like 23 pounds. The replica one.
Yeah, they're real heavy. So I don't know how that works exactly. I don't know what these belts are made of. Clearly, they're made of a disposable material because they give it to every single
Easy
fighter.
material to make.
And
too.
if it is true, they give you one even if you do a title defense.
Mm-hmm.
As in, like, I
I don't know where that came from because Dana White has denied that.
That was Brock
And then
Lesnar, I think, who said that. I remember that.
Yeah, I mean, I
They
remember
give
Dana
them
White was
new
like, "We don't
belts.
do that often." I
They,
guess.
they give them new belts though. Like if they defend their
happens.
belt, they get.
I know Anderson had a collection, so
Yeah,
I'm
so does,
assuming. I guess, and now
what's his
DJ
name?
has his.
DC
So
too.
there you go.
Yeah, I'm
So
sure.
does John.
I know they don't physically have to give up their belt. Like,
Oh
so
no.
I don't know. I
No,
don't
They
know.
make
new
new
belts.
ones. Yeah, they make new ones.
Yeah, so I don't know how that works. I mean, they hand them out like
They
they're.
don't bring their belt to the arena.
Except Connor.
But not to get too off guard. RDA, so we see him
Always
fighting.
Yeah, I anticipated the interim
Yep.
shot.
And what about Neil Magny?
Another guy in the top.
Carlos.
Probably.
Ooh, Carlos Condit.
I haven't
let's
seen
see.
Carlos kind of fight in a very long
I
time.
don't want to see it.
Damian Maya.
No, let me think. Let me
Who
think.
said that?
That's Dave Chappelle. I don't want to see it either. But Neil Magny. Well, he's coming off a
What's
loss.
his ranking?
Number 8, I think.
Number 8 now.
I mean, there's some fights for him. There's some fights to be had. He's not in top echelon, so he shouldn't fight Carlos.
Honestly, I'd like to see him fight Wonder Boy.
Who?
Neil Magny.
Really?
Yeah.
Jeez, you're giving him a promotion after getting
Wow,
an
yeah.
ass
Yeah,
whipping.
it is a promotion.
Well,
I'm already content with the Wonder Boy
No,
fight
I
right
want,
now.
no, I want.
I can't wait to see
I want
Jorge.
Wonder Boy
Jorge
to
will be
lose.
fucking
I want
up.
Jorge to win. Wonder Boy, Neil Magny.
Oh,
If he loses.
Yeah, if he
Thompson
loses.
that's an interesting fight.
Yeah, because Neil Magny 80-inch reach and then Wonder Boy the karate stylist.
Well, yeah, you can
I'm
put that on
going for my
TV.
boy Jorge. You know I'm loyal. You know.
I'm rooting for Jorge too.
Yeah, me too.
Sorry,
Steven Thompson
but
deserves an ass
Steven, you didn't
his last
show up
fights,
those
yeah.
last two fights, and he said after the first one that he would.
He deserves it.
He said, "I'll step up the aggression. You know, I got to
Yeah,
be more
right.
aggressive." So he threw 2 punches now. So he threw less punches in the first fight.
Well, to mention somebody who did show up, and we already mentioned him earlier, Henry Cejudo.
Yes, man. That
versus
guy's,
Wilson
I think
Reyes.
he's the biggest winner tonight
Oh, clearly.
because his skill. You know, there's not many people who look different per fight, and he did.
I forgot. I think it was
It's like Batman
Joe
Begins
Rogan
and then
did
The
the-
Dark Knight. It's like, what the fuck?
Joe Rogan did the interview after, and he said you look like
Connor or like some kind of
they were
karate.
comparing to like Lyoto
Karate
Machida.
styles, Yeah.
Yeah,
trained-
actually,
was
he
training
said,
with
he said he was training.
So yeah, he looked impressive. I think this might have been my first or maybe even second Henry Cejudo fight. I didn't
Third,
remember the
probably.
first one.
What, DJ probably?
I don't even. When was that?
I always thought he was the
about a year
DJ
and a half
killer.
ago.
Didn't he fight?
Yeah, you
Maybe
probably
I
watched
saw
it. You
that.
Who's the
need
guy
him
who-
and then
Who's the
Just
guy who
DJ
always loses to
murder.
DJ? He lost to him last fight.
Hmm?
The guy who always loses to DJ.
Oh, Joseph Benavidez.
Oh, Benavidez.
Yeah, you've seen the Benavidez fight. You had to.
Wasn't that a
No, I seen the Benavidez
Yeah.
fight.
Yeah.
And it was split. So, I mean, technically, one judge saw it for him. I know Dana White, I think, favored Cejudo
Yeah,
as
Cejudo.
well. So, sorry, I'm getting sick on the TV. But no, Cejudo looks so damn good. Honestly, I was impressed with his. What was he leading? Was it a southpaw or orthodox? I don't remember. Oh, he was orthodox,
Yeah.
and he was firing that right hand, as they described as a piston. You know, that shit would fire, boom,
Yeah,
strike.
He was hitting him with high kicks too, like crazy. I've never seen Cejudo do that before.
I always thought he'd be the DJ killer.
He could
I
be.
thought
He wasn't
he's got
ready.
better grappling.
Maybe he was too early.
Yeah, he's got better. Obviously, with wrestling prowess like that,
Gold
you are the
medalist.
better
Yeah.
grappler, I
Yeah.
think, generally.
Did
And
he get caught?
he's got sharp boxing. Yeah, it was more of
Yeah.
one of those knees you don't expect, and
Yeah.
your body shuts down.
I mean, he got held with elbows too. So.
Mm. So,
So what's next for him?
Title shot.
you think?
I could
After
see it, yeah.
DJ and Borg, because DJ said he's not going up to 35.
Bitch.
Oh God.
He's humble though, because in the post interview he didn't even ask for that. He just asked, he wants to keep growing,
Yeah.
and I really appreciate it. I think he's the biggest winner because what did he get in the sport 4 years ago?
Yeah,
four
I
years
think they said he's a 4-year.
That's it. That's
Damn,
it.
that's it.
4 years
He
ago.
already had a title shot?
Yep. So,
Great.
this guy's. I think I wouldn't mind one more fight before a title shot to see how good he really is.
Then he'd if that, then I'd want to see him fight Sergio, because they were supposed to do that.
Oh yeah, I think that's gonna happen actually.
Sure, I wanted Sergio to get a title shot, but yeah, that could be like a #1 contender shot.
Interim, fuck it.
I hope he
No,
thrashes
we're not
Sergio. I hope he beats the shit out of Sergio.
I like both of them.
Wait, you don't like Sergio?
I don't think he's good.
Really?
Really?
I think he's
I like
better than-
Sergio.
think
There's
he's
people
better
like
than
I
his
view,
brother.
and I'm just like, you're more of a name than you are.
Yeah, I think he's
You-
better.
may-
than
may-
his brother.
maybe you're right with that. But Wilson Reyes, what's next for him?
Retirement.
No, honestly, he needs to take some time off because his chin ain't there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
His chin nor his performances are. He's
He
got
looked the
this
same
one-dimensional side. That's the thing is when I saw the both fighters, one thing I drew from it was Cejudo looks sky like levels above what he once was, and Wilson looked the same. And I know when was the last time he fought Benavidez? Was that in April, May, or was it even further than that?
No, it was December.
Really?
Yeah, it was the Ultimate
Oh,
Fighter, season finale.
So yeah, I mean, I know he had more time to change, but at the same time,
He looked the
Wilson
same.
looked the same, and he just throws his overhand right. He has no stand up. I think he needs to improve.
His
Dramatically
reach
in
is
his
like a
stand-up.
67-inch reach, which is horrible.
I won't doubt his grappling, obviously, but
Yeah.
his stand up's not there.
So retirement.
Yes,
In other words.
or Bellator.
Time off, I would say.
Well, I don't know even know how to segue into the main event. Do we have to talk about it?
Not really.
Yeah, we have to because how
We have
bad it
to.
was.
What was the main event?
Okay, then go ahead.
You really
Chris.
fucking with me?
Oh, yeah,
Because I said it
Nunes.
first.
Oh, yeah.
All right, well, you guys can shit on it. I don't want to shit on Amanda Nunes right now.
You have to.
With
No,
that-
I don't, because I didn't
She-
watch it technically.
That performance.
She
man,
knocked you out.
Yeah, that I was the only person
I'm
knocked
sure
out in
you're
this
not the
fight.
only one.
Oh, you're
I
right.
That
really do. I'm
performance-
sure most of the people who watched it were KO'd
Yeah.
in the first round.
Shevchenko looked. I don't know. I think she landed the better punches on Nunes.
Well, I know it isn't all about
Well,
stats,
guys, you know what?
but-
It's a chess match, okay? If you don't like it, this ain't your sport, right?
It's very true.
I'm fucking with you. I'm not saying- Fuck no, I,
I was
didn't
like, wait
enjoy
a second.
that.
What did he just
I mean,
say?
sure,
I didn't enjoy
sure, yeah, you call it a chess match, but I didn't enjoy it. Whatever. That's why people don't watch chess.
All right, so the real question is, if you were on your deathbed, which one are you putting to kill yourself? Amanda Nunes versus Shevchenko or Woodley and Thompson
Woodley
2?
and Thompson 2 was the worst fight I've ever seen.
But at least you got the last round
bad.
with the
Nah,
one
damn.
punch.
Well, at least, I mean, I think all of their rounds
Equal
culminated
that.
to be that last round. So I think at least we had something to look at.
No, honestly, I
you know,
think
Shevchenko, I would,
You tab?
of course.
Yeah, of course.
So that at least I, have
I
something
would
to look
tap
at.
these women too. Joanna and Jessica. She's
Jessica's too much of a guy for me. I think.
Well, did you think Shevchenko won? That'll be my first question.
Yes.
I have no idea.
I have no idea.
We started playing Xbox.
Now, yeah, I think I started playing. I really didn't care. But there's an old saying that if you don't beat the champ, you didn't beat the champ.
Mm-hmm.
I know it sounds redundant, but
The only reason I could see
Oh,
why.
we'll get into that with the Triple G fight.
The only reason I could see Shevchenko losing the fight was because Amanda Nunes took her down in the 5th round, and that kind of probably stole the fight right there, really. But
I know that was a late takedown.
I know. Like, I hate just looking at stats and determining a winner just like that.
You
there's
can't.
so much more than that.
Yeah, of course. I mean,
What's that say?
I really want to get into a rant about that come this Triple G fight. But,
Oh, I can't wait.
Can't wait to talk.
I
Yeah,
can't wait. That's gonna be a lot.
yeah, I'm not even going to get into this now then. I'll get into it in 2 seconds.
Yeah, fuck
The
man,
fight was
yeah.
trash.
Trash.
What's next for
Garbage.
Nunez?
Um,
I don't know if
Run away
could be something
from
next.
Cyborg. No, she should fight
did you
Cyborg.
hear
I
what
would love to
Edmund
see.
said about Cyborg?
I don't care what
Oh,
Edmund
God.
said.
He's stupid.
Edmund's fucking
He's trying to get
insane.
Ronda killed.
He's
man.
one of those weird homeless people you just don't want to talk to. Like, I'm sorry, but
What
keep
could
me
be-
away from Edmund.
what could
I'm
be
not
next
buying
for
what you're
Nunes?
selling.
Maybe
Yeah.
Raquel Pennington.
Oh yeah, no, I know her
Think she's
name
number
was thrown
3 or
around.
4?
Yeah, I know her name was.
An easy opponent. Yeah.
What about Holm?
Didn't she just beat?
Oh, that's a great point. Home, but they're trying to have Home and Cyborg.
Which I'd rather see,
But yeah,
because at least I
Oh,
know
yeah, they have
Cyborg
it.
brings a fight.
yeah.
Because Holmes does.
Cyborg is going to destroy Holmes' face.
Of course.
Yes, sirree.
And I'll feel bad because Holm is actually like a good person.
Of course, I need Holmes
She's
to
a good
finally
mom.
realize you were a one-hit one.
Literally.
Literally.
Well, maybe like
And
a
you
quarter.
beat a girl who didn't know how to fight anyway.
She ruined Ronda's career.
Ronda ruined her own career.
Maybe they both ruined their careers from that fight.
Ronda should honestly, if she knew, if I was her coach, I would have said, Ronda, you're doing good with the movies. How about you just stay away from MMA?
I know, and you get your ass whipped twice, and now movie calls aren't going to be that prominent.
No,
They are.
She's just married to Travis Brown now.
Because
They
once
aren't.
you're in a star,
They've been dropping the.
Yeah.
I've heard.
they've been dropping her. You said?
No, I'm saying like they did not. She's not getting.
Well, now she is
WWE?
training for WWE.
Yeah.
Yep.
I heard some shit with Sasha Banks or some shit.
What?
No, yeah, they're planning a big
See,
feud.
now-
Yeah.
The lucky thing for her is that she is
She's
a
still
pioneer
relevant.
in women's
Yeah.
MMA. Obviously, a lot of females look up to her, regardless of what happened in the later end of her career.
Mhm.
If you get a fucking gym, you get so many people in a gym.
Mm.
Absolutely.
I'm just banking off my name at that point. If I'm
Yeah.
her. That's all I say.
Rousey MMA, I'd go.
Shit, make a sex tape with Travis Brown. Fuck.
Please don't.
Or
I said, please don't.
yeah, I mean,
I'd watch it. I'd buy it. She'd probably take home like 40 mil. With
it's
a
true.
Kim K.
You would make money.
I mean,
If Kim K could do it, Ronda could do it.
If you look at it objectively speaking, you might as well go ahead and suck. Sorry.
just go out there and suck some dick.
Go ahead, girl. Shake your ass.
alright, well, Shevchenko was next for her.
125.
Can she do a sex tape? I'd watch it.
With who, though?
What? Where did we
With
go?
Ronda Rousey.
No.
No, Misha Tate. Come on.
Oh, fuck.
Come on.
You know Tate and Brian Caraway broke up, right?
I'm looking for Tate's location. I'm
Oh,
gonna
this
be knocking on the
fucking-
door shortly.
This commercial.
I'm gonna have a grapple match for a date.
They keep showing these
Okay.
commercials for these.
Shevchenko next.
125.
Okay, to face.
Uh,
Just a contender so she could
yeah,
Oh,
try
you
to
want her to
contender.
move up? Yeah. Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
she's
move
not gonna
down. Move
try.
down.
I mean, she's not gonna have a third match with.
The Ultimate
Amanda.
Fighter, they're going to declare the champion. Then Joanna's going to go there, murder everybody. Then Shevchenko and Claudia will probably go there. That division will make its way to
slowly
be,
build itself.
Yeah,
And
of course.
Shevchenko could be at the front runner for that. So
Yeah, because Shevchenko actually beat Joanna back in the day. in a Muay Thai bout.
I'd love to watch it.
Yeah.
I wonder if she probably could make the weight. She's more of a professional when it comes to weight cutting.
She's thick for 35.
Stop! Don't get me started.
Alright, I'm not trying to get Chris started. Let's start this Triple G and Canelo conversation.
Let's do Luke Rockhold first, because unless you guys find more to talk about.
No, there's definitely more to talk about Triple G.
Then let's do Luke first.
We'll do Luke
Okay,
first.
so...
Because what matchups did we have?
Mike Perry and...
Wasn't a lot of them finishes? Was
Yeah,
it a good
the
night?
whole card was finishes.
Yeah, I think all of
And
them.
there
But
was a good
we only
night.
caught the Perry fight because we were watching the Canelo and Triple G.
Oh,
And Luke.
Yes. The Perry fight was
Hector
fun.
Lombard got knocked the fuck out.
He needs to retire. I think at his stage, you should. Because, I mean, what now? What's he on?
Yeah.
What kind of losing streak is he on?
I think
He's
4.
cut the welterweight. He's built up to middleweight. He just there's no way for him
And
to
then
fit.
plus USADA too has been catching him with some shit.
Mm.
He lost to Johnny Hendricks for God's sake.
I know. And Johnny Hendricks thought he was the shit. You know, hey, beat somebody again. You
Missed
know.
weight at 185.
Both of those guys suffer. You saw his hand. So,
Who else was on that card? Mike Perry we watched. He got knocked out of the night.
Who'd he face? Oh, some
some guy in like 6 days notice.
Yeah, he took it real quick.
4-day notice.
poor guy got mutilated.
Yeah, and
Seriously.
dust in like a minute.
Yeah, that was not pretty.
He
And
called out
then
Robbie
It's
Lawler.
pretty to me.
And then, and then the pretty boy Luke Rockhold, he was honestly getting worked in the first round.
Yeah.
I thought his lights was gonna go out, and I did my shot in the dark. I did have
David
Branch as the winner.
You know who you're talking about? David Branch.
I thought after watching that first round, I definitely had him winning. But Luke Rockhold saw strategy, took him down, and he got something out
It was
of it.
actually a takedown based on the initiation of Branch.
Oh,
So it's not like Luke chased after,
Yeah.
you know. But I think he should more often. I think it should be something in his toolbox whenever, because I don't know if he's the strongest striker in that division anymore.
Yeah. I think.
When Michael Bisping was cleaning you up, I don't know.
Yeah, I think
getting clipped
when
up by
people
Branch.
when people want to decide to grapple with Luke Rockhold, you lost the fight immediately. I think
I was
Yeah.
talking to a friend,
Rockhold
Pete.
is the
You guys know.
great. I think he's the best grappler in that division, without a doubt.
I think he arguably could. Like, I would love to have seen a matchup with him and John Jones and Sugg.
Ooh.
That shit would have been interesting.
Like what he did.
I would have paid for that because I think Luke's top game is something that
even his bottom.
people
game,
haven't
too.
been able to measure. Like,
pause.
whatever, and giving that good dough. So, oh shit, we do got a high class fight
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah,
We
so
are
it's
watching Claudia Gadelia and Jessica Andrade as we're talking.
It's hard to.
I
have a
like
discussion
Andrade's
so
head movement. I think that's one.
I
of
like
the
Claudia. I think she's gonna take
It's
it
more
down
that
to the
Mike
ground.
Tyson.
Stay on topic, guys. Stay on the.
Sorry. They're throwing heat though.
Yeah,
Come
no,
on
they
now.
they came out
Claudia-
swinging.
Claudia gotta
They
go
came
down.
out swinging. But Rockhold, what are you saying? The
when,
grappling. He was grappling.
his
His
grappling's
top
just the best in
game
the division.
is how do I say top game without it sounding sexual?
Nah, it's okay.
Top and bottom.
We just said some
good
very
right, yeah.
nasty things about Ronda Rousey. I'm pretty sure you can say
Okay, all right. I'm gonna try to look at the computer more than the fight.
that. Nah, you just try to
But
talk.
no, his
while
control game from the top.
There you go.
There we go. Is one that I haven't seen much of in regards to the middleweight division. Besides maybe Weidman, but then he controlled and dominated Weidman.
Yeah.
So, you know, go figure. Even Jacare, you know.
Yeah. What he did to Branch, he does to everybody.
It's always they always end up.
These girls are swinging.
I feel like everything's a sex thing now. They always end up giving up their back, and then he's just beating them to a pulp from the
Goodness.
back. Okay.
This is a great fight.
Yeah, fact.
Seriously.
it honestly is very hard to pay attention. So,
This.
Triple G Canelo.
what's next for Rockhold?
Rocco's
Oh,
going to 205.
Yeah.
Think?
Either that or wait for a title shot.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. Like, I'm so
Because
lost.
I
with this-
heard rumor mill that DC might be moving up.
Yeah.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
back to heavyweight?
Yep. Yeah. He doesn't. I heard he doesn't want the belt.
Yeah,
I wouldn't want it
honestly-
too when you got kicked in the face.
Yeah.
And then,
Oh, Jessica's leaking.
Oh my god.
Oh.
wow, why is
No, I wanted
Claudia's
Jessica to
always
win.
impressing us, man?
When she always loses a champion.
You know,
That's
because
very
Jessica I thought was the heavier striker, but it looks like at the moment
serious.
Claudia's striking has gotten
Godella's-
so much better tonight.
she's always improving. Her problems are gas tank. It shit
Yeah.
pisses me off.
She's a wizard on the ground.
Because
as well.
I really think she's the Joanna killer. I thought Andrade
Yeah.
was after that one performance, but
So what do
Yeah.
you think is next
Oh my
for
gosh.
Rockhold? You said
It's a
205.
205 move would be sweet.
I think he's gonna
Because I know he
replace-
even mentioned that in his Instagram.
I think that title
Do you
fight.
think he could handle Gustafson? And
I would love to watch that. I think Gustafson's way better striker though. That's a whole nother level.
that's
That's a
bad news
Swedish
for Rock.
boxer
Yeah.
right there.
And-
Who's moving? He's got fluidity. He throws his hands out. He's
Yeah.
loose.
and that's
The motherfucker
not
savage.
like
And the power, completely different game because you're getting clipped up by.
Oh,
she's-
Oh!
Holy
Slam
fuck!
shit.
That's some
Sorry.
DC shit.
oh god,
If
What
she
is
goes to
that?
the mat,
It's over.
Oh,
It's
Not
over
yet,
right
not
now.
yet,
What
not
is
yet.
that?
She's cranking on the neck. Oh, she
Uh-oh.
slipped
She's
She slipped
out.
out. She slipped out.
What the hell?
Wizard. Ooh.
Yo, there was just a beautiful
these
slam.
are the two most jack girls in the division.
That was some DC Gustafson shit when she
It was.
he
That
threw
was-
her in the air.
I don't
This
even know what
the
that's
hell?
called, but it's just. She used it as a pillow and flipped her around and threw her on the floor.
But yeah, it's really hard to stay on top. Rockhold.
I think
I don't know if
what's
he
next
can
for him is
handle
Weidman.
it.
You think so?
It's such
At
a
185.
demotion. I'm sorry, but Rocco's last fights, he's only won one fight, and now he gets Luke Kako.
I mean, he's up there in the rankings still,
I know, but
and he had a
They
good
were-
performance
they were
against
supposed to
I
Kelvin.
say Jacare, I say Yoel,
Jacare
I
is
say
injured.
Whitaker.
This
I
whole
say
div-
Whitaker's
Bisping.
injured. as well.
I still don't like this division. I think Bisping is a fake champion. He's trash.
He's retiring after the.
He's
GSP.
trash
Is he?
either way. He beat Rockhold to okay, that was cool, and then
He lucked out.
he
with that
defended his
fight.
title against Dan Henderson at what 45 years old,
46.
who didn't what ranking was he?
14.
Oh great, and I'm sure that was actually the
UFC
boosted up
yes,
one
the
after.
UFC I thought he was
lucked
15.
out on that.
So that whole thing was bullcrap. I can't wait. I think he's losing against GSP.
Wow.
I don't know what's happening.
It'll be
You
a
think
good
he's
fight, though.
losing?
I think I got him losing.
You shooting in the dark again?
I'm not shooting in the dark. I got Bisping losing. I got Bisping losing. I
That'll
got
be a
my
good-
faith in GSP.
That's gonna
I
be a
can't
good
wait
fight.
till you
Same.
mark your words when GSP gets cleaned up.
You
I
know what?
hope.
We'll see.
going to bed.
These girls are slugging it out, though. Can we just give like a
Look at
round
this
of
shit.
applause?
She's on the ground and still
I
fighting
know,
back.
Andretta stole that round, I
Oh,
think.
Yeah,
fuck.
for real. And Andrade is the one that's busted. Oh, she's busted too.
Unless she's bleeding on top
Oh, they're
of her.
just
No,
busting
I
on
think
each
they-
other.
Oh, God,
What are we
what are the
watching?
sexual innuendos today?
What the hell?
And it goes to commercial. All right.
All right, now.
While it's on commercial,
Triple
game
G.
time focus, Triple G, Canelo.
Luke
What did we
Rockhold
think?
goes up to 205.
Oh, man, we're still talking about Luke Rockhold?
Well, we
Damn.
didn't talk about David Branch, did we?
Fuck, go back to fucking. Where was
No,
he?
don't
Well,
disrespect
seriously.
David Branch again. David
you a
Branch
fan?
had a
Watch
good
his-
showing.
Watch
I
his
like
fight
David
before Luke Rockhold.
What
Tell
happened?
me if you're a fan. He just grappled fuck.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was
He-
boring.
You know what, David Branch, go back to wherever you came
Yeah,
from.
well, he's a fighting.
All right, Triple G Canelo. Did you? The guy.
Well, let's
the
just
fight
talk
was great,
about it.
right?
Let's talk about the fight before we get into the decision.
Dude, I was hyped for this one.
Fact.
I was so hyped for this one.
I was more hyped for this fight than Conor and Floyd.
You think?
Yes.
I
Yeah.
don't know about that.
No, I wasn't.
Yeah. I don't know about that
it was an
because
actual
most of them.
fight.
Most
Still wasn't.
Yeah, it
Um,
still wasn't. I was more fascinated because it's the fight of the century, Connor
Well,
and Floyd. You know?
technically.
But I will say, as a guy who I grew
What
up
do you
on boxing,
Oh, you grew up on boxing.
I grew up on boxing. Never was. I mean,
I was never really entertained with it. Right?
I was never the biggest entertained. Growing up with boxing, we would only watch the main events. I would still do that now. So it would usually be in Christian's house. Well, Chris's house, whatever we call him on the podcast.
Yeah.
It would usually be in his house, and I'll go to his room, play whatever we're playing on Xbox, and then when the
then
main
the main
event
event comes.
pops
All
on,
shuts off.
we all go in the living room and we
What
just,
events have we watched? Let's throw it back.
every Pacquiao,
every Pacquiao,
Cotto,
Floyd
watched
probably.
every Floyd,
Good takedown
and
by
Cotto.
Claudio.
Those are the three.
every Floyd, Pacquiao, Cotto. Yeah, we were all fans because we're Puerto Ricans, so we love Cotto.
Yeah.
I used to be a big fan of Cotto. Actually, his name was thrown around
Going
for
for the
fight Triple G
single
next.
Oh yeah.
So,
You know, they just throw around names.
the back.
So my point is, as I was, hearing the anticipation for this fight, coming off the Conor and Floyd fight, I was like, can I get into boxing? And this was kind of like a test for me.
I know. I agree. Because
And-
there's some fights you watch, like most of the cards, fights below Floyd and Conor were. I didn't get excited about it.
The Terrence Crawford fight was very good.
Are we talking about a few
weeks ago.
Yeah.
And then
So-
Andre Ward Kovalev. too.
Yeah, that was. I mean, yeah, it was overall a good year for boxing in general. I've
Oh,
seen
of
more
course.
boxing this year than I have in the past 3 years
Very
combined,
true,
most
very
likely.
true. Yeah.
But I don't know if I can get into it just because I feel like even though there's contact happening, there's not contact happening.
This shit right here on TV is 10 times better.
Yeah, it was the first round. In the first 2 minutes, somebody's bleeding. And maybe I'm a weirdo who likes
damage,
that.
You know, and I kind of feel bad that we're talking about another human being getting hurt. But it's true. I mean, these guys sign up to do this. So
Right into fucking
I mean, what we're most entertained about in this sport is that anything can happen at any given moment.
Oh, good overall.
But that's not to shit on boxing now because this was an awesome fight. But
This
the
not
damage
amazing.
did kind of affect me because it was a slugfest. I would call it even. But each guy looked like they just came out of the beauty salon.
Well, Triple G had a little bruise on his eyes. Yeah.
He got a little mouse on
It was still a great competitive
He
fight.
looked like he got hit with a football, bro. Like,
It really did.
So
The thing was, did you think?
that's a nice.
Did you think the decision was?
Gosh,
Jessica's beating the shit out of
Yeah.
him.
yeah,
she is.
this is a war.
Seriously.
Anyway, did you think the decision was more corrupt, or do you think it was the correct call?
I just think that one of those judges wasn't well educated in the sport.
The 118.
Either that or how to
Yeah,
because
I agree.
there's two options here. Or there's one thing I'll tell you is that either fighter wasn't significantly up. I don't think anybody should be 118, 110. And the last person you should be given 118, 110 is the more defensive fighter. Like,
Yes.
come on, you need to relax.
Yeah.
The fighter that didn't throw that much output in a few rounds, he took a few off. You'd even
Because
notice.
Canelo fought in spots in the fight. He
Yeah,
did
but
land. He landed the better punches.
No,
But the problem is, there's
good right
no
hand.
one who was 118, 110.
No,
we were watching it though, and before the decision was made, before we knew who won, we didn't know if it was gonna be
these girls.
Triple G or Canelo, and we said Canelo looked like the winner. Canelo came out of that fight as the winner, even if he lost. We did say that, and
I thought Triple G won.
I'm honestly sticking to that statement. I wasn't that impressed by Triple G, and I feel like this is where my stat rant is going to come into play. People were judging it straight off of stats alone. Oh my God, he landed 40 more punches than Canelo. This is crazy. How did he not win?
His jab, Triple G's jab was there all fucking night.
Yeah, but
20, 30 punches.
Canelo did land more significant strikes. And
Yes.
Christian said it before, either on a podcast or just to me or around me. He said, if we're just judging it off of stats, why do we need judges?
That's very true.
There's no purpose for it if we're just going to objectively be based on numbers.
I had it 115, 113.
Yeah, if
Triple
anything,
G.
it should be. There's two options here.
Very close fight,
I would
though.
consider I would personally consider either a draw or to Triple G just because.
Yeah.
Just by a few rounds, Canelo.
Because I gave 5 rounds.
I thought there were a few rounds where Canelo just said,
Yeah.
"Fuck it, I'm just gonna make sure he doesn't hit me," and then walk out.
Yeah.
Well, I know
Especially
all,
the
I
last round.
straight up told you the better boxer was there, but he
Yeah.
just didn't show up.
The last round going in, I said to Chris, whoever wins this round wins the fight, and Triple G won the last round.
no,
to me.
he didn't.
But I would favor.
he won the
No, I
last
thought
round.
Canelo won.
Canelo
that fight.
Last
won.
round?
Obviously.
Canelo won the first
Canelo threw
3
that
rounds
6-8
and last
punch
2
cover.
rounds in everybody's card.
I thought Triple G had it last.
No,
round.
every judge had
I
Canelo
definitely
winning.
like the draw, though. It's funny because most people could.
Now they're
Think
just
it's
gonna have a
corrupted.
rematch.
Oh no.
But I actually.
Oh,
It's
What is
over.
that?
hold on. It's
12 seconds. You
No,
gotta
she's
wait.
not gonna tap.
come on, 10 seconds. Come on,
she's-
Andrade.
shit
You're
out of
win-
that.
No, no,
Oh,
She
no,
no,
didn't
no,
no,
no.
she's not.
She's just gonna slam her.
Andrade.
This is
Let's
great.
go. Let's go. Let's
Oh
go.
my gosh.
Round of applause
Bro,
for these rounds.
this is fight of the year so far.
Holy
This
shit.
this really might
This
be
is better
fight
than
of the year.
Gaethje and Johnson.
Huh?
Holy
This
fuck.
might be fight of the year.
Huh?
No,
I don't know.
This
I
is a
thought
good
you didn't
fight,
see
man.
Gaethje and Johnson.
No, I did.
I thought it was okay. It was fun.
This one's fun though. I enjoyed
Hell
it.
yeah.
You really think right now it's better than Gaethje?
Let's see how this
Just
third
like
round.
Yes.
fucking
Holy shit.
blood and shit, man.
I suggest you rewatch it.
I gotta watch that fight.
Yeah, you should.
I never seen it. But this
Alright.
fight's pretty
It's
crazy.
up there.
But no, man, this fight was good though. This fight, Triple G and Canelo, regardless of the outcome, was fucking like fight of the at least boxing fight of the year.
Yeah.
It could have been.
I can't wait to
Could
see
be.
it again.
Besides like AJ and Klitschko,
Mhm.
that shit was so much fun. AJ and Klitschko, but I was really impressed. A few rounds, they started letting their hands go. A few rounds, I was very entertained because usually boxing is just tag,
Yeah, exactly.
tag.
Yeah.
But I felt like there were more significant moments in it. You know,
Yeah,
but Canelo looked smooth. A few times he would evade, counter, but he wouldn't do enough.
Yeah.
He didn't do enough.
Triple G didn't land his right hand most of the night until later in the fight.
And then for a few times I was worried about the gas tank of.
Can we? I just want to say we have to appreciate these fucking.
Yeah, I'm really.
These guys are these girls are women.
This is honestly like fucking Robbie Lawler, Rory McDonald.
As they hug
See,
it
why
out
don't
in the
she
very
just hook
beginning.
her and throw a left?
All right,
Right? Why don't she just do that?
Anything goes, right? Well,
You should have defended yourself.
we could
courtesy.
give, let's wrap up the Canelo and
Why? We can talk about it.
well, let's wrap that up so we could just give
Talk
our
about
reaction to this one.
But I'm glad we're going to be
still
seeing
talk
the rematch. Honestly, it'll probably be
It's
like
true.
sometime in
Rematch?
May or June.
I know. Like, I don't think it was that obvious because even this guy follow Fight Tips. You guys ever heard of
Yes.
Shape Face?
Yeah, yeah.
He even considered it a draw, and he actually wrote notes per round. And he's obviously. I don't think he's got any pay. I don't think he's gonna be paid by the boxing organization. The guy's an MMA fighter, or at least an MMA analyst. But yeah, I mean, I can see it a draw, but I don't see Canelo 118, 110. What are you smoking? What
Who's that judge?
Oh my
God.
God.
He's getting slammed.
I'm trying to get this fight, right? Is that what
Yes,
we're
she's
going
won the last
Yeah.
two.
Yeah.
with? Okay.
Very
She's
good
really
fight.
manhandling the manhandler.
Yeah, Claudia's getting tired now.
She was
She's
getting.
on
Oh
bottom.
This
my
is-
gosh, those body shots.
That's gonna be sore. She can lay there, but tomorrow's gonna hurt.
Oh man.
So
Goodness. Now, do you think Oscar fixed the fight? Because there's rumors of that judge was on getting paid from
well, what
Oscar.
is it's true that she's been suspended, right? Or that
Yeah,
she's been
yep, she's
given.
been suspended.
Oh
Wait,
wow.
what?
Bad judging.
I didn't. She got suspended for bad judging. That's so messed up.
She just thought
deserves
Canelo
it.
was cuter. That's it.
I know.
He is attractive. I won't lie.
The way he speaks is pretty like.
Well, that was your cut. That was
See,
consistent. I said that.
I don't understand people's fascination with Spanish. Like I am Hispanic, but I never heard my grandpa rant in Spanish and think, yo, that's so sexy. Like
I like French and shit like that. I've spoken.
it just sounds always angry to me. Te quiero una. Like
I know.
they be going so hard, I can't.
Yeah.
I never was like, say that again.
Shit, when my grandparents fucking argue in Italian, that shit's funny as fuck to me. Because Italian and Spanish, it's
pretty
the
similar.
realm, yeah.
It is.
But
Damn.
I'm
No,
glad we're seeing the rematch.
This podcast is honestly a blast. I wish people could be watching this fight with us, but
we should do this more often. Joe Rogan does this shit all the time. The fight
We can't
companion.
compete with him now.
Oh no.
Nah, I am competing. Joe Rogan, come meet us with one mic.
You ain't got no chin.
And your
Oh
comedy
my
stand-ups
goodness,
are
Claudia.
amateur.
Damn.
I watched a few of them on Netflix.
Fear Factor is the shit.
Did you watch Triggered?
Fear Factor's
That
better
shit is
without you.
hilarious.
He has some good moments.
Better
in
with
Trigger.
Ludacris?
I like Joe Rogan. His personality is good.
No, I
so
love Joe
I
Yeah,
find him
he's
fun.
amazing.
I find him funny as well.
I love Joe Rogan.
Joey Diaz is the goat though.
And this
man.
fight, though, shout out to the referee for letting him fight.
The-
But right now it's more of a pounding for Andrade.
Oh,
She just won this fight.
she's gonna lose by
She's
unanimous.
just stacking the
Unanimous.
guard and
Yeah.
just landing bombs.
Oh,
But none of those landed, Jesse.
I don't know. I'm just
It's-
admiring
This is
the
awesome.
blood all over the woman.
That happens
Yeah.
once a month.
I was
Anyways,
happy. I was happy with the Triple G Canelo.
yeah, I was super happy, and I'm honestly gonna give boxing a chance.
Yeah, same.
So whenever
I know.
boxing is on,
Vasily Lomachenko's
I just
got a
don't
big
like their
fight
judges.
coming up December
They're
9th.
judging.
all right, Christian, we're watching that. Let's go. We gotta get me into
December 9th, it's
Vasily.
got Rigo. Oh, he's a god. I mean, excuse me, I don't like using that.
You hate that
He's
term.
the greatest. He's truly one of the
He's a
best.
man.
I've
He's
ever
a
seen.
wizard.
He's top 5 pound for pound, man.
He's a
And
wizard.
he's
Andre
only got
Ward-
like what 60 fights.
Yeah, Andre Ward just retired, so he's out of the pound for pound list.
And
now.
Vasily's style is something that could be translated in any division. Still, be excellent.
You think he could do work in MMA?
Brendan mentioned that, and I agree with him. Brendan Schaub had said that
I think he can.
because he's got footwork.
Yeah.
He's a lighter weight class, so he'll fight in bums at 125.
Oh, 125 he fights at? Holy fuck. Think he would be DJ?
If he gets his shit together, nobody can compete with him but DJ. Because DJ's got the kicking advantage.
And the grappling, too.
Yeah, definitely. So, I mean, TJ's the best man at the midget ever.
Now, why couldn't Jessica do this to Joanna?
Cause Joanna wouldn't take a.
If
Joanna's too good
If Joanna ever got beat up like that, I'd cry.
Joanna must have had enough power for Andrade to respect.
to respect.
Yeah.
The fact
Oh my god!
because Andrade's just swinging away.
Man,
Alright,
these
so-
type of fights get me like.
So
hard,
this
man.
was obviously a show out for Andrade.
What's next for her?
Yeah, let's talk about
Wait,
that.
no. Wait, let's wait for the decision.
No, she
Well,
won
we
this
know
fight.
what
There's
this
no way
decision
she
was.
lost.
She's literally manhandling
She
her.
flipped her 4 times. She started off bloody, but Claudia Gadelha looks
Claudia
like
started off hot.
She did.
She won the first round.
she looks like the girl who.
Claudia.
No, she didn't.
Yeah.
Claudia got opened up in the first round.
No, Jessica did, bro.
No, and Claudia too.
Claudia-
Even if she lost
Even-
the
yeah.
first
It
round,
doesn't
she still
matter.
won the
She
fight.
still won unanimously.
It doesn't matter. Claudia
She got caught in
Gadelha
the
looks like the girl from It after she was in she lifted up the sink.
That's a good move.
After she pulled her hair out the sink, the
I do
blood
wanna-
just
I
went
do
everywhere.
wanna
Good
rewatch.
shit. Good
I've
right
seen
hand
it
here.
twice. It's
That's good head movement,
funny.
though.
It's
That's in there.
it's not ultimately like
Good double.
crazy scary, but a
Almost
few
like
jump
that.
scares caught me pretty good.
Why are they?
And I'm
why
not a
are
big
they-
fan of jump scares, but
I'm not either because I don't
Those were
think you
effective
need
ones.
them to make it a horror movie.
Good
they
body
were
shots.
effective ones.
She beat the shit out of this.
Oh my
Yeah.
god,
Alright,
that one
yeah.
flip!
Oh man.
That's the FU.
Yeah, literally.
Good knees.
Yeah, this was a complete
So what's-
show out for Andrade.
What's next for Jessica, man? Because it's not gonna be
You
Joanna.
ain't selling me.
Oh,
a-
I know,
a
Carolina.
Joanna fight.
Oh, they never fought.
No. Carolina's coming off and lost to Claudia.
Yeah,
Claudia will
that's
probably
where
go
it
to
gets
25.
confusing. That's where it gets murky because you beaten the person who beat Carolina. So.
Any fight's different though.
As we edit stream.
She will not
But
fight
you
Joanna,
you
though,
can't fight
again.
Joanna yet. At least
No.
she
No,
probably
she just
could.
lost to her.
She probably could get another fight with Joanna if she has another performance like this. She definitely can.
Joanna will be at 25 by the time.
You
She
think?
said Joanna said she wants to break Ronda's record and then move to 25 within the
Okay,
year.
well
How many
then
title defenses?
hand
has she
Jessica that title.
Ronda had, I believe, 6, and Joanna has 5 right now.
Oh, so she
She's
needs
gonna
she
tie
needs 2
Ronda.
more.
She's gonna break it, and then
So
she's
I'm
gonna
saying
go up to 25.
Joanna faces who next? I'm sorry.
Rose, not Nunez.
Rose
That's a good
Namajunas. And
Hell yeah.
after Joanna beats her, because that's what Joanna does,
Yeah, who knows? Rose is a good.
have
fighter,
Jessica fight somebody else. And
so. Carolina.
the number 7 for Joanna, if it can happen, will be Jessica and Joanna too.
Mhm.
I wouldn't mind that.
And then that 25 division is just gonna get built.
That should be Friday night, so they both bring home 50
50
cheese.
hours
All right, so honestly, I mean, we covered all our topics. I don't know if there's UFC next week. Is there?
No.
It can't be important.
Yeah,
if
not
it is.
until October 7th.
Good.
So sad.
As you said, sad.
Mhm.
No, sometimes I like breaks, but
I don't.
so I was talking about this with my friend
Oh,
today.
there's Bellator tomorrow as well.
Yeah.
I was talking about this with my friend today. The conversation was sparked off of Aaron Anderson. He was the family of
Who?
Aaron Anderson. Aaron Henderson. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Are trying to sue NFL because
You
he
mean
was.
Aaron Hernandez?
Aaron Hernandez.
You know what I said?
Aaron Henderson.
Yeah, I was like,
I
who the
meant
fuck is-
Aaron Hernandez. I'm sorry.
Is
I'm
he
saying
doing
everything else.
prison sentence?
He
Oh.
killed
He killed himself.
Yeah,
Oh,
he had
okay.
CTE.
But yeah, and he was on stage 3 CTE. So his family is suing NFL, saying that was part of the reason why he killed himself. Because
And why? He
They'll
killed somebody
probably-
else?
They'll probably end up with a settlement, but
but
They already got a good amount of money when he
Yeah,
killed himself.
but
If you
the
don't
re-
know the true story.
the reason I'm saying this is
it's gonna
You know,
eventually
these-
come up here.
Yeah.
these NFL players are getting paid.
What the fuck?
What is
when you have a fight of the night, you could wear that.
I guess.
These NFL players are getting millions a year to get CTE at least. These fighters are literally purposely, they try to avoid head contact in the NFL. They completely erase that from the history books. These fighters are getting punched in the face,
Knee,
thrown on the
elbow,
ground, knee
unanimous.
kicked.
submitted.
Eventually, something is going to happen where
Uh-huh.
concussions are going to catch up to them.
Mhm.
Do you ever see maybe just fighting in general not being possible, or very much a lot of precautions to it, where it's to the point where they can't be doing a lot of these things?
Well, no, fighting will always go on. It'll just be for the fighters. You know what I'm trying to say? Like,
I mean, do you hear of a
because
lot of fighters killing themselves and all that?
Not even boxers.
No.
Yeah.
So
It's-
I mean, it's weird because I think and I know it's usually backed by statistics, but I think NFL's head trauma is 10 times worse than.
Mhm.
Is
It's
it-
gone. It's
I
gone
think-
down over
You don't
the past
think,
few
but
years.
you gotta
but-
realize the grappling saves their head trauma. Scientifically, the sooner a fight ends, even if it's a concussion, it's better. Because the problem with
Yeah.
boxing is that they're hitting each other for 12 rounds in the head.
Yeah.
So the sooner the fight ends, the better. the fucking way they impact. You gotta realize they are
No,
running.
helmet
They were.
contact.
How fast are they running, these guys? And at what weight? Because you gotta realize the more
Football,
force
oh,
you carry, the
yeah.
more weight you
Man.
bring.
Yeah,
And they're just throwing their whole body into
sometimes.
someone's head.
Yeah.
So
Well, take it for example.
this here doesn't hurt anybody. It's just a
Yeah.
small slam. I mean, what WWE fighters do that.
Yeah.
Wrestlers,
Yeah.
not fighters, do that all the time. But I mean, there is a concern. I do think these guys are undercompensated.
Yeah,
There is a
seriously.
concern.
Big time.
For an example, Andre Ward, he just retired from boxing, and the reason why he retired is because the last 3-4 years, just too much head trauma. He would reportedly always get concussions, and like he never told like media. He would just like family and friends would know, of course. The reason why he retired is because he just doesn't want to deal with the head trauma and deal with like what Muhammad Ali, for example, would deal with later in his life.
It's a shame. It's a shame
I don't
because
blame him.
you want to see someone be the next Muhammad Ali, but
Andre Ward had a good shot, undefeated, good resume. He'll be a future Hall of Famer.
but you have to be willing to take the hits.
Yeah.
You know, I'm quoting Rocky there because you know, despite the fact that Sylvester Stallone's never fought a day in his life, he does have boxing down to his teeth when it comes to logic.
I just the conversation just kind of popped in my head when you said
The NFL 's
she's getting paid $50,000. Like, congrats to them. Like, and they truly deserve every penny they get because the poor girl was getting her head
and
pounded.
they get
in.
shins to the chin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
They get everything.
So
eventually-
what precautions do they take now? I'm not really. I know after Connor's fight, he had to.
bare knuckle.
What?
They go bare knuckle.
What are you talking about?
Are you talking about like physical?
What? No. What
I'm
precautions?
just playing.
Oh, they get like
You
medical.
said go
suspension.
bare
Like
Yeah, yeah.
medical suspension.
Yeah.
Does that happen after every fight, or
Yes.
no matter what?
Yeah.
It happens after every fight. 60 days.
If
It's
you,
usually normal.
when Connor knocked out Jose Aldo in 12 seconds, he got medically like suspended.
Okay. So, I'm just because
Those are
If you get
precautions.
knocked
I
out,
mean,
you get suspended.
unfortunately, to find out
Oh.
what kind of effects or long-term effects will take place, you have to wait. So these fighters like OSP, Shogun Rua, they'll be showing signs and symptoms, if any, in the next 20 years.
I hope not.
Yeah. After the Floyd fight, Connor can't physically train or do anything for 2 months.
Yeah, he's just eating steaks right now.
Well, I just wanted to bring that into play. Let's try to enjoy this main event, I guess, and let's sign out.
Old timers.
It's time to sign out. Thank you guys for listening. I usually dissect them into clips. I've been trying to do that recently, but I kind of can't because we've been all over the place with the fight going on. So this one's going to be full on YouTube. If you want to hear it on SoundCloud or iTunes, you can find it on SoundCloud and iTunes, and even like more podcast players. If you look us up, we probably are going to be there. All the above entertainment, ENT. Find us on SoundCloud, iTunes, YouTube for sure. Like, share, subscribe, comment, follow,
please, because
do
we'd
all
love
that.
to take subjects or
Facts.
any kind
Yeah,
of
honestly.
imposing questions you guys have and discuss them.
Once
you
it
know?
comes to
like the CTE is a major issue in football, and
probably after
I don't
we
know
do-
what you do. I mean, I personally don't watch football.
Yeah, I watch it sometimes. Probably after we do the 215, I want to get back into the red blue.
Oh, red corner, blue
Yeah.
corner.
And then there's this last argument that you make is that they accept that responsibility, or they accept that, you know, like you put me in a dog fight, I should expect what comes out. You know, I shouldn't get mad at my employer who didn't tell me I was going to be safe in there. You know. I'm not saying that I don't think there should be precautions, but for the UFC, are you, when you ask that, do you mean like physical? Like, should they get bigger gloves, or you mean?
I
You
would
mean like
just-
some
I
sort
would
of
just-
Muhammad Ali act that Conor McGregor's looking to
Yeah.
pass?
All right, so WWE.
Yeah.
I mean, not trying to extend the topic any longer, but WWE, for example, they went to the point where if you have, I think, 3 concussions, they're not going to let you wrestle for them anymore. Like it's over. They don't want to, cause they don't want to be responsible, because they're currently in a concussion lawsuit right now too. So they said we're done. We don't want no more of this.
They're in the business of concussions, though. The UFC.
Shit, football, they get that shit every day.
Mm-hmm.
Every play.
So I don't
really
know.
don't know. Like with the UFC,
Can they just say that you had enough damage? Like even if the
Dana
fighter wants to
White.
keep
Conor
going.
McGregor.
Dana White, personally, yeah. Like, Dana White will say, like, hey, retire.
my
He's done it
problem
to
is,
Travis
what if
Brown.
it's Conor McGregor, for example? You know,
Oh,
Conor, you've been knocked out 2 times now. You can't fight anymore. I think it's up to these people's responsibility now.
It's up to the coaches.
I know
as
it
well.
sounds like dirty business, but you'd have to sign some no lawsuit clause
Yeah.
that you can't sue me because you have. You know,
Honestly, I don't think that's dirty business at all. I think that should be allowed. It's
Sure.
just like when you're going to do anything, you got to sign a waiver.
when I'm
if
going
you
to an
get hurt-
MMA gym, they're like, "Dude, you get concussed, you can't sue us."
Exactly, and I feel like it should be the same here. Like, this is we
These
paid
people
you for
love it.
this.
These people love it. Yeah.
This is what you signed up for.
So
I
they
feel
do
like
this
you
shit
can't.
for a living.
You can't sue. Like what
We
you
might
gonna?
as well go over this fight now that they're both coming in. I don't mind. Yushin's got. He looks big. He looks thick.
Not as
No,
thick
like-
as DC.
No, because he used to fight at middleweight, so it's interesting.
This
Like,
is 5 rounds. I
So
hope this shit
do you
doesn't
want to
go 5
cover it,
rounds.
or should we put this on pause right now and come back when the fight's over, just so we don't extend time too long because it's gonna go on YouTube for this one.
Oh, what's the well? I've watched videos that 3 hours long.
It's just a bitch style.
Yeah.
Oh, you
That's
don't do the
pretty
ESC
good.
thing?
We can do that. We can do it. So let's in order to kill time. What can we?
Because I thought that CTE is something to talk about. What does that
Yeah.
mean? What's
I
that?
have no
acronym?
idea.
Look it up right now.
I can.
Hey,
Ooh, they're
hey,
bumping
someone's
outside.
Hey!
I can't control it.
Oh, OSP, the future of the light heavyweight division.
Dude, what would you if you could describe him
Chronic?
as a basketball player? Who is he?
Who?
OSP.
Yes.
I got you. Hold on. Anthony Bennett.
Who?
Anthony
Wow.
Bennett is Aaron Pico.
Where is that guy? Is
He just
even-
signed to Phoenix Suns.
Yeah, he's still in the league.
If I was to
Who
compare
is he?
OSP,
Okay, I'll give him
Is
a
he
little bit
Rashard
more
Lewis?
respect.
so he's a
Sean
guy.
Lewis was an all-star. NBA champion.
How would you describe OSP to me? And I'll try to give you my
Yeah.
counterpart of NBA. I mean, he had a shot against John Jones.
Not
Pretty
necessarily. I
cool.
know, but that was weird.
Yeah, that shouldn't happen.
That's just because of the fight game, how it lines up sometimes. But has I don't think any peculiar talents, any stick outs. Nothing.
He knocked out Shogun Hua.
Yeah, old-timer, right? Was he?
Yeah. I don't think he's got any skill set. I think he's very basic. I mean, he's a little awkward. Now you're making me describe it in detail, but he's kind of that. He's not a gatekeeper, but he's not a rising prospect. He's in between. He's a man that would probably never challenge for the title nor do well in that position.
I mean, he challenged for
But he occasionally has a performance that sticks out.
Yeah, that sounds fair.
Okay, so occasionally can drop a good performance, but
Even tonight, maybe tonight.
but per normal, he's pretty just basic.
Yeah, he's your fans will never probably learn about him.
Okay,
I got one.
say yours.
Luol Deng.
Luol
That's
Deng.
not a bad one.
Luol Deng was a former All-Star though.
I know.
Put
That's
up
the
like
problem.
19
Are we
points
talking
per
about
game and-
present? What are we talking about present? I think
Okay.
Luol Deng fits.
Luol Deng.
Where is he now?
fits.
What, like, is he
He plays for the Lakers.
still?
Lakers.
I'm trying to.
So how's
I'm-
Matt Hughes doing?
He's better now. He's
Because
out
I
of
saw
hospital.
that image. He looks so
Yeah.
skinny.
Yeah, he's rolling on the mats and everything.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Was he in a coma or something?
Yes, he got hit by a train.
Jeez.
God.
That's
I
not
can't.
even
I
a
can't
coma,
think of
right?
nobody. I'm really
That's
trying to
one thing
think.
I would be scared.
I don't know
to be
why,
in.
but Evan Turner popped into my mind because it's a guy who gets
True,
too much.
true, true,
He got a
true.
That's true.
paycheck.
I
Yeah,
like Evan
He
Turner.
makes
Yeah.
Evan Turner got a paycheck,
But he has.
and he's trash.
Yeah.
He's
What did he play for?
Portland Trailblazers.
He
And
played-
if Carmelo
played for
goes there,
the
he's losing his
Sixers.
starting spot.
I don't know why this guy don't
That's
go to
true.
middleweight. He'd be slumping people. Whenever you notice, like, there's somewhat body fat along there, I know it's a drain fighters completely, but he can lose some more weight.
Oh yeah.
He can definitely go.
Middleweight, he'll probably be a champion. Well, not maybe
Well,
a
not
champion.
champion, but he'd be slumping people because he's so damn big.
Now I kind of take the.
He's got good gifts.
I kind
you
of
know,
take
he's a big
back
guy.
the new style of the shorts. I'm actually liking them.
Oh yeah, like
Yeah,
they
they look good.
They designed
They're
it.
better than the other ones.
Oh,
Yeah.
of course.
Eventually they will, and they're allowing fighter tees, but they need to. I need some Vasil Lomachenko shit. Have you seen
Yeah.
his outfits? They're
80-inch
damn
reach. Oh wow.
Ishmael lost his hair.
I know, poor guy. You see age. You shouldn't used to have the hair.
Did you hear about Matt Brown? Wow. Yeah, Matt Brown. He's retiring November
After
11th.
Diego, right?
Norfolk, Virginia. Yeah.
Good.
What do you think of that?
Good.
About time, or
Yeah.
yeah.
He got slumped his last fight, didn't he? Or was I thinking of something else?
Yeah, it might have
I
been.
think
His last
so.
fight might have been Donald, wasn't it? Or no?
Yes, it was.
It was
Yeah,
last
yeah.
fight. Are you
yes,
sure?
Yeah. Man, before that, he got slumped by Jake Ellenberg.
Oh yeah.
that was a bad performance.
That was a bad look.
I'm interested to see what OSP can do here. He's coming off a win in his last performance. It's a very good question. Who's this guy again?
Yushin Okami?
You don't remember Yushin? He fought for the title. He got kicked
You
in the face.
come, you fight.
Yeah.
When Anderson was on his back.
Didn't
You
he
remember
beat
that?
Anderson?
The illegal strike?
Mm-hmm.
He did not beat Anderson.
No,
I don't want to
I
hear
know,
that.
but that's so probably what he-
Technically, no.
Well, he won by DQ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright,
That's
well,
probably what he's known
honestly,
for.
we already seen the main event, so this is just icing on the cake, I guess. Unless it's a complete Woodley and Thompson fight.
What if it's the best fight we ever seen?
Yushin Okami don't look
34
bad.
and 10. Holy shit, he's a
He
big
don't look
underdog.
bad. What do you say, Chris?
Wow, they violated him.
No,
He's from
he's-
Japan and he's a huge underdog.
Well, yeah, he's gonna be under.
Damn,
I
he
don't
didn't even make 205.
Damn, I
Bro,
kind
he
of wanted to
naturally
see this
said-
Shogun Hua fight. 'Cause-
Really?
Yeah, because he beat OSP beat him the first time, and now Shogun arguably got a little bit better. He's fucking fifth in the world, which is fucking hilarious.
There goes your UFC rankings.
20 and 10. He got Nate Diaz record.
The heavier weight classes are just...
Negative 500 favorite.
They just don't breed the best fighters because they have so much power that they don't rely on technical skill.
Mm-hmm.
That they just swing away generally.
Mm.
Especially in the heavyweight division. You notice there's more knockout punches than there are guys like TJ Dillashaw. You'll never see those guys because the lighter weight classes, they don't get knocked out as easily because they don't throw much
Well,
power.
That's actually. I want to talk about TJ Dillashaw and Cody Garbrandt just to
Oh,
kill
that's my
time.
boy.
Let's talk about how excited we are for that fight. When is that? November?
That's the real
November
fight.
4th.
That's the
Oh
real
my
fight.
real
god,
main
that's
event.
probably the most anticipated fight all year
Of
for
the
me.
year, yes.
There's
Yeah.
so many now that and I love it when people love to argue with the chess match, but you'll see a chess match that night.
And it'll
You'll
actually
see
be
different game plans being implemented. You see, both of these fighters would have to feel each other out in the beginning. It's
I
just
think both those fighters are going for the finish, though.
That's another thing. So, UFC is just starting to really produce great quality pay-per-views now at the end of the year.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what was the first? Had there been one great pay-per-view? What would you say?
214.
214 with Jones, right? That was pretty awesome
It
pay-per-view.
almost did
And
900,000
They
buys.
stacked it that way. That was it performed pretty well, both fighting wise and on money wise.
Mhm.
But is this the year of boxing? Did boxing win this year so far? At
Well,
least
of course, because of Mayweather.
Yeah.
not even before that.
Before that,
before that, huh?
well, we had Anthony Joshua, we had Canelo, and
Anthony Joshua's a star. They love him.
who else?
No, I'm not saying before that timeline, but even not including that fight.
Timelines in jeopardy.
I don't know. Probably.
Yeah, I think this might be the year, so far at least.
Of
This
boxing,
might
yeah.
be the year for boxing
Well,
rather than UFC.
UFC has to step it up with the 216, 217, and they haven't built the 218 and 19 card, which are the last two cards in December.
I'm already
They'll
bored of this
probably-
fight.
They'll probably build those up
Yeah,
pretty
he went
nicely.
straight for a takedown.
So, if UFC lucks out, they could steal the year with combat sports with these last four cards.
What's a bigger sport, UFC or boxing?
Boxing.
Why?
It will always be
For
boxing.
some reason, it's
What-
the people's appeal to tradition now.
Will UFC ever topple that?
Yes.
Yeah, when more millennials like myself and you have kids.
Yeah.
Okay, so in due time, when this
In due
when
time.
this
I could
becomes
s-
the tradition,
I could see in 10 years UFC will be on top.
Oh, yeah. Why not?
10 to 15 years.
Yeah.
really, I feel like that's so long.
I mean,
But think about it, boxing's been around for centuries.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it took I feel like such a steep downfall.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, because Floyd
Oh, is he getting that choke again?
looks like it.
Yep, he's out.
Oh,
He did it again.
shit.
See, that's
Oh,
that
crap.
those are the
He did
standout
that. I
performances.
think he did that last time.
He always does that
He has the
awkward
record
choke
for
from
that, I
side
think.
control. Yep. and
What
that's
did
the
he
third-
do?
He choked him
I
out.
forgot. There's a name for it now, but he's done that two
No,
other times
It'll
before.
list it. It was
Yeah,
his
he did it in the last
one.
fight.
He's dead.
It's not Ezekiel, is it?
Mm-mm.
No.
No, it's
We'll,
close
we'll
now.
see the name of it. Man.
Yeah. Mhm.
Oh my god. Okay, he moved.
But he has his. Actually, he named that choke. Like I know, there's a name for it, but he's put his own name on it, I believe.
The OSP is like that.
Yeah. something
No,
like
I don't think that ref actually acknowledged he was out. So that could have been a
I
little bit
think,
late,
did
but
he
I'm
play
glad he
football or
stopped.
no?
Who? Yes,
He
he played
did.
for
He looked like
University of Tennessee.
Alright, so OSP won by submission by some weird choke.
Yeah,
Which
we'll
will
get
get
the
the
name of
title.
it. Let me see
Oh,
this
right.
again.
Okami
It's
is,
always his side control. He does it so well.
Yeah, he's
Oh.
that's
Oh,
he,
wow,
he went
he
for the
went for the
takedown.
takedown.
Definitely
yeah, that was the
telegraphed.
beginning of the
Wow, right into half guard. What a dumb fuck. What a Greco-Roman.
Okami definitely wasn't alive for at least a few seconds.
Yeah, he was straight.
he went out.
All right, pass
What
into
is-
side
See, whenever they
control.
hold his head, whenever they have his head from bottom position, he usually takes advantage of that.
Yo,
Side
how's
control.
he looks like
He
he's
pushes his
in a
left
bad
shoulder
spot.
into his neck.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
and then
He tapped
Yushin's
too.
left shoulder is choking himself
Yeah.
out as well.
Wow.
I didn't even see he tapped.
He
With-
tapped?
With his right arm. Oh no,
Yeah.
he
Yeah,
either
the ref
tapped or...
shake
He moved. Yeah, he moved his arm.
Wow, that shit is crazy. It looks like OSP's in a bad spot,
Yeah.
but then he's
I
choking
honest-
the other guy out with his forearm or whatever. Well, not forearm, but his shoulders.
That's actually a good win for him.
Yeah, but
Yeah, well-
the OSP is. I mean, the guy.
So are you impressed with
No,
OSP?
no. I mean,
submission of the night.
unfortunately, Yushin took
Submission
this
of the
a
night.
short
He'll get
notice.
50K, but
He took this on short. Who was he supposed to fight?
So what's
Shogun.
next
Shogun?
for OSP?
John Jones.
Shogun who?
Yeah,
I don't
John
see that.
No, I'm
Jones.
joking.
He gonna fight John Steroid Coke Jones?
No, he's got
OSP.
to fight Shogun.
Yeah, Shogun. That's really
God,
that has to happen.
Yeah,
Because
let's...
this fight didn't propel him forward, no
Fuck
backwards.
it. Give him Luke Rockhold.
Oh man, this was wow. At least we saw a great fight with Andrade
Yeah.
and Claudio
And then the
Gadelha.
Gaki performance was.
That was the best UFC. I don't know. That Daniel Cormier and John Jones fight was really good. I was gonna say the best UFC fight I seen live this year,
Really?
but the Cormier and Jones fight was really good to me.
The first?
No,
The second
the one this year, bro.
Oh, okay.
No contest?
what would you have as fight of the year? So besides Gaethje, what are your contenders?
Gaethje, I gotta remind me.
Johnson,
I'm trying to look up this choke before we.
Robbie Lawler,
You're gonna say
Cerrone.
it.
No,
Who? Robbie Lawler? Who?
Cerrone. Hell no. That
Andrade, Claudio.
That what's his name? What was his name? Not Jimmy Rivera. Brian something. He was on, I think, the undercard for the John Jones fight. Brian Ortega. That was a really good
oh,
fight.
yes.
I didn't get to see
That was a really good
Yeah,
fight.
he caught him with that submission.
Brian Ortega
I
and
called
who?
that shit. No. I don't remember his name, but he beat Jeremy Stevens.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Good idea.
And then there was another fight I really enjoyed this year it was one of the rising stars. It might have been Venata. Who did he fight?
Oh, I know. He was on Connor's Ultimate
Oh, yeah, that was a good
Fighter.
fight.
Yeah,
though.
Venata,
Von Flue.
Venata lost. And then we kept talking about Venata like he won, but the other guy really held his own. It wasn't Venata?
Venata and some other dude from Ultimate
Yeah, Von
Fighter.
Flue.
Yes.
Von Flue?
But that was. Do you know what I'm talking about? Venata's last fight where he lost.
Yeah, that guy from Ultimate Fighter.
Yeah, from
That
Connor.
was-
That was a really good fight too. That was a fun one.
I hope to see more of a defensive improvement in his next fight.
Venata. Yeah.
Mhm.
He trains with Jackson too.
What weight is he?
55.
He should fight at 45. He's small.
55.
He's not ranked.
No, it's not good enough for that. Never mind.
The Von Flue. I forgot. He named it after himself. I remember that.
All right. Well,
That's alright. You got paid.
we got the
to
decision.
choked out.
OSP by the Von Flute.
But not flute. It's like Von Flue.
Oh, Von
Is
Flute.
it gonna list it here?
Flu.
Come on. There she is.
The Von Flute choke. That's
Oh,
how he
3.
won.
That's cool.
Okay fight night. I mean, it was good watching it with you guys, giving our reaction.
Claudio was very good.
I enjoyed this. We should do it more often.
Jeez,
Hopefully
he
we
has-
will.
he has the most.
Thank you guys for listening once again. I feel like I did this closeout.
You did.
And I
you
did.
did.
Then we
Uh,
just decided to expose.
Just in case, I gotta say it again. You guys can find us on YouTube, iTunes, SoundCloud under the name All of the Above ENT. Like, share, subscribe, comment. Ask any question about MMA, sports, whatever. We will answer it next podcast or whenever we see it. And we're more than willing to talk about it. And you can put your name in it, everything, whatever. It's cool with us. Just ask away. But with all that being said, guys, thank you for listening. I'm signing out. Well, we're signing out.
We're out.
Peace.
I gotta end it with that Jesse piece.
Cockhold.
Peace.
Do you want to whisper?
Nah.
Nobody?
I haven't seen them. Well, actually, for Luke.
Cockhold.
Christian?
What's your name?
Christian?
Rayborg.
Can you do it for the mic one time?
He's trying to check my
No, you gotta put that. You gotta say. Never mind. That's
What? Ray fucking boy?
Yeah. Why? We'll see you later.
Peace.